Hello, everybody. People who speak English in our Facebook. Good evening and good night for someone of you, because at that time in Middle East is very, very long, very late. But welcome everybody in our Facebook page. Today we will talking, as we promised before, regarding the concept of M.P.R. in physical rehabilitation. That's a very important. This will be a short seminar, a short webinar, just to introduce for all of you the concept of M.P.R. The concept of M.P.R. Philosophy. And the M.P.R. philosophy is very clever, because it's working in balance with the whole body. That's very, very important to understand, to have a balance between the whole system. If you look at our body like a universe, that we have different systems and that they have to work together in harmony, you will understand why the concept in M.P.R. is like I will tell you later. When we're talking in physical rehabilitation, we're talking to a very important and big word, that is rehabilitations. Is to do that our body work like before. Rehabilitate. When we do rehabilitate the something to work than before, that means rehabilitation. That means the whole techniques we use to have a good function in our body, and that's very, very important if you pay attention on this, because it's not the techniques we are using. It's very important the concept in the way we are working, and that means diagnosis. That means only diagnosis. When we are talking about physical rehabilitation, we are talking in something big, and something big is not to do with only one person. That's why we said in our school the interdiscipline. The M.P.R. protocol is working in interdiscipline, and that is very, very important to understand. When we are doing some local or body rehabilitation, we are thinking to rehabilitate that, or rehabilitate it to work better, to work than it was before, as something was creating trouble, to disabilitate the body to work functionally. When we are talking in M.P.R. in rehabilitation, we're talking in this. That's why I want to share with you the concept of it. It's not, I am not sharing the technique today. I am sharing the concept of M.P.R. M.P.R. concept, we telling you M.P.R. myofunctional and postural rehabilitation. The name is telling you all. Myofunctional postural rehabilitation. The concept in physical rehabilitation. That's it. This is the topic we will take care today in this little webinar for the people who speak English in our school, just to understand what is we doing in our school. The concept in M.P.R. is to balance the whole body, not just one part of the body. When we're talking in the rehabilitation, we are talking in the whole body in balance. We cannot do a real rehabilitation if we don't do that. And we said that is impossible if we don't obtain the craniofacial system balance with the rest of the body. And that is a key. That is a key to work. And that's why we have to work together. And not only that, we have to work together and we have to speak the exactly same languages in medical sciences. With this, we will obtain balance that lasts in the time, that will be for a long time in balance. That is the objective in our school, to teach all medical sciences to obtain that balance. If we obtain a good balance between the craniofacial system and the postural tonic system, no negative interferences are created that encourage recidivas. When all is in balance, we will not have recidives. Think about that, because many times all disciplines are changing techniques because they doesn't work. And we believe that is because we don't have an holistic approach with all medical sciences. The goal is to have an holistic postural balance. That is the goal. When we say holistic, we say the whole body. Look at this video. This video is very important to understand that. How, when we have dysfunctions in the craniofacial system, we will interfere with the neck, with the good function of the neck, because that is creating hyperactivity who locked the function. And slowly, you will see later, slowly, they will arrive to the whole body. That's why it's very important to understand that concept between craniofacial system and the rest of the body. If we are working hard on it, we will have a good balance in the muscle chain. And that's very important, because if we have a good balance in the muscle chains, we will have a healthy body. The protocol of action in M.P.R. to obtain that is to remove the negative interferences that affect the proper functioning of the postural tonic system. What I mean? The interferences who affect the proprioceptors. Because if we have something who is not working, and is working well, if it's under dysfunction, it will affect the proprioception, and the information who will arrive to the central nervous system will be wrong. And if the information is wrong, the answer will be wrong. We follow to have a balance the body, and then when we do the balance of the body, we reprogram the receptors. First, we deprogramming the proprioceptive systems who don't work. It is the primary objective of M.P.R. when we are talking regarding physical rehabilitation, to deprogramming first, to take it out the interferences, how we say there, the interferences who are making a bad thing into the proprioception. And then, in that case, we can have a good rebalance of the body, and then at the end, if we do the reprogramming of the sensors, the rehabilitation will be permanent. The yoides systems, the yoides is a bone, but it's not just a bone. It's a bone and several muscles who we call yoides system, that is connecting the upper part of the body and the lower part of the body. This area, when something is not working well in the Cranio Facial System, is affecting the yoides system. And if you affect the yoides system, you will create chronically stress and dysfunction in the rest of the body. The craniofacial system they are part of the muscle chains. Dysfunction in this craniofacial system, it will alter the muscle chains with hypo or hyperactivity, that chronically it will create a dysfunction in the whole muscles of the body. Obviously, we don't have that in a minute. We will create that slowly, chronically. But if we understand that, we can interfere before that became chronically to prevent this situation. Right? Look at that. When the jaw position is changed, it's altering the yoides systems and then the posture, as you see that in the M.P.R. On the right of the picture of the M.P.R, this subject have 4.6 kilos of overloading into the whole muscles of the left of the body. And look at that, when it's closing the mouth, putting the teeth in contact, immediately is creating an increasing of the overloading to the left in 9.3 kilos, more than 100. Imagine that situation who is working the whole day over the muscle chains. This system, who is the yoides system, as you see there in the video, this system is connected, this little bone is connected with the jaw, who is part of the craniofacial system, and on the back with the neck. What that means, that when something of the jaw is changing, is altering the jaw position. And down is connected with the neck and the biclavicular lane and the whole rest of the body. When something is not working there in the craniofacial system, is altering the yoides system, and then chronically is altering the rest of the body. M.P.R. concept said the first things we have to do is individualize what is creating interferences, and then you deprogramming that. That allows the people to have a good rehabilitation. And then we will reprogram the receptors. That will obtain, without return, a good balance, which remains stable over the time. That is the goal. When you put in balance the whole body and you understand with a special diagnosis and special techniques to do deprogramming and reprogramming, you will obtain a good balance in the whole body over the time. That's very important, I think, in the physical rehabilitation. Look at that. When this jaw is going to the back, it's affecting the suboccipital muscles and the cranio facial muscles, and then slowly that hyperactivity is going down, slowly it's going down to the trapezius, to the neck, to the grand dorsal, to that joints, and slowly through this muscle is going down, and obviously it's creating adaptive scoliosis. Most of the scoliosis are adaptive at that situation we are talking today. Proprioception. The proprioception who send information to the central nervous system to elaborate our basic muscle tone of the whole muscle. Imagine if that information is wrong. This basic tone will be wrong. And we will have adaptation at the beginning, and then at the end we will have disease. We will have postural disease. And we will have an adaptive scoliosis that normally affect the craniofacial system, the foot, the biochemistry, and obviously the psychological, the psyche of the person, of the people. That's why it's very important to have a good rehabilitation. Understand that. It is not just the technique we are using. It's the concept of diagnosis we approach. If we have an holistic approach, we put all the diagnosis together: craniofacial system, oculomotor system, foot support, biochemistry, etc., etc. We will have a good individualization of the problem, and we can act with the protocol of deprogramming, rebalance, and reprogramming. That's why it's very important. All these patients have, all our chronic patients have this situation when it's affecting the jaw, the oculomotor system, the foot support, the biochemistry, all of them. If you have a look in that pictures, all of them have that combination of situation, and it is impossible. We can use any instrument we have. We can use any technique we have. They will work for a short time. And we think the instrument is not working or the technique is not working. But the thing that is not working is the approach, the diagnosis approach that have to be holistic, and then act with the protocol of action with all medical sciences. That is the goal. Look at that. All these patients have the same pattern. Adaptive scoliosis, childs, that we can intervene early with that concept and do not arrive at the end of the life with a lot of problems, chronic problems, that most of the time we can do nothing. Look at that. That situation, we can prevent at that age the future to do not arrive that like this other lady who is another person, but if you see the pattern is the same. The pattern is the same. That age we will prevent. In that age we have to treat. Obviously also here, if you see here oculomotor system, stomatogenetic system, biochemistry, postural alteration, neuromuscular skeletal disease. Look at that guy. Was operated a lot of times because has pain. And a lot of surgeries that don't resolve nothing because the approach was not interdisciplinary approach. Look at that. Functional scoliosis related with Cranio Facial System, posture, foot support. All these patients, if we observe all of them, we will see that all of them have the same pattern. That's why in the M.P.R. approach, it's not just use the rehabilitation technique. Do a diagnosis, individuate the problem, deprogramming, then use any techniques you know. Any techniques you know for rehabilitation, all of them will work better. And when you finish to do the rehabilitation, do the reprogramming. That is the concept of M.P.R. I want to do some promotion of our new course in English that will start shortly in November, the 28th of November. We'll see, as you see there, it is just 6 lectures, 16 hours. It will be the time, and will be 6 lectures and 1 review of the whole course. 7 topics together. This is our information if you want to write to them, to us. And remember, M.P.R. concept is very easy. It's very simple. It's to work with the same protocol of action. This is M.P.R. Work together with the same protocol of action. I hope you will enjoy that. I want to invite you also on this weekend. This weekend we will talk in another nice topic in English that will be the TMJ rehabilitation into the postural rehabilitation. That will be very interesting. Will be in this seminar. I will put all the information in the Facebook. In this seminar, you have to register in our virtual room to go in, because will be a transmission, a webinar into our virtual room of the school. It will be like today direct. You have to register. You will have a link, and you can enter into the virtual room, and then we can talk together. We can in our virtual room at the end of the presentation we can talk together. You can do questions. You can talk with me, and we can answer the questions. It will be a nice seminar. Don't miss it. It will be at the end of this week, Sunday, the 8th. I will put all the information later in our channel. And don't forget, we start this new course. The people who will be interested, please ask, and then I will send you all the information. I hope you enjoyed the seminar today. That seminar will be also shortly put into our YouTube channel. Don't forget, follow us in this channel, and follow us also in our YouTube channel. There is a lot of information there, and also in our website page. We are teaching all around the world. Our school is all around the world. It's in America, in Europe, and in Asia. And if you want to study with us, remember, the first course you have to do normally is this one, who is the beginning course. With this one, you will be habilitated to have a lot of courses after that. We have in our school short-term courses, long-term courses for all medical science. But you have to do first this beginning course, when you understand the protocol and you are introducing into our protocol, and then you will have a lot of courses in our school. Okay, don't forget. See you in the next transmission. Bye bye everybody, and thank you to be with us in this transmission. Bye bye everybody. See you Sunday afternoon. Bye bye.